Right. So continue. CF number 10. When it says, if one recited Krias Shema and then enters the synagogue and found congregation recite Krias Shema, he must recite entire Krias Shema with them, so that not to appear as if he does not wish to accept upon himself the yoke of the sovereignty of heaven along with his fellows. Okay. And he received reward from heaven for this repetition, as one who reads verses from the Torah. Okay. So basically, he said the Shema himself at home. Right, let's say all 3 paragraphs. Now he comes to the shul or late. I don't know, maybe it's a different minyan, and he entered the shul. Everybody says Krias Shema, so he has to repeat Krias Shema with them. Right. And he received the words from heaven for his repetition as one who reads the verses of the Torah. The same halacha that he must recite Shema with congregation applies if he was in a synagogue reciting private prayers or verses from the Torah at the point of his prayer in which it is permitted to interrupt. So he was doing his thing. Well, maybe he's from previous minyan, and other people came, so he has to say the Shema. Regarding the law, if he's at the point of his prayer where he may not interrupt, see above 16.2, where this halacha is clarified. If he has not yet recited Krias Shema, okay, 1 second, sir. So of course, if he's permitted to interrupt, right? If, for example, if he's praying Shmonesa, so he's not allowed to interrupt. Okay. If he has not recited Krias Shema, he must also recite it with congregation. Commentary, however, if he did not recite Birchas HaTorah, the blessing on the Torah, he should recite only the first verse of the Shema. Okay. So first, before any prayers, as we said before, he needs to say morning blessing. As we said before, there are minimum requirement. Some others you can say later, but lesson on the Torah study you must. Right. So if he did not say this blessing on the Torah study, so he can say only the first verse of the Shema. Continue. He must recite it with congregation, but he must intend not to fulfill his daily obligation of reciting Shema with this recitation, so that he can recite later with accompanying blessing. So basically, if you said one time, and as you said, the blessings separate, Shema separate. It's not as we explained before. It's not like that you cannot say Shema without the blessing. You can. Right, so if he intended to fulfill his obligation of Shema now with congregation without the blessing, so he would not be able to say the blessing later. So now he just said his congregation, but he excluded himself. I'm just saying because I'm saying with them, but I want to say blessing later. That's what he should do. Commentary: the sages institute that obligatory recitation of the Shema is accompanied by the blessing of the Shema. Birchas Krias Shema, the blessing of the Shema. Therefore, in a case when one must recite the Shema, this congregation, he should intend not to fulfill his obligation, so that he may recite the Shema later along with the blessing. So we're talking about the case now, not to confuse us when he's late, he's like in the middle of this and that. Okay. We're not talking about case when he's doing this congregation from the beginning. Likewise, one who is in a synagogue and hears others' prayers, that congregation is recited, such as Tefillah Leib, commonly referred to as Ashrei, right? Aleinu and the like, even Putin, he should recite those prayers together with them and not separate himself from the congregation. So I'm going to say so one more time a few others very important points. So one, it's actually Yoshua, it's Psalm 145. Right? It's the one that we say before the mincha, or in the middle of Sukkot Zimra, right? Or after prayer, like a second part of the prayers. Aleinu, right? And the like. Even Putin. So Putin is commentary. Putin are liturgical poems, customarily inserted into prayers on festivals and special days. Okay, some extra things. So he should recite his congregation, not to appear that he's like separated himself. Okay, so we finish that Siman.